Good evening. My name is Craig Shindemi, Chief Development Officer of the Ascension Borges Foundation, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to the 2021 Tree of Love lighting ceremony. For 36 years, the Tree of Love has been providing free breast care and mammograms for uninsured and uninsured women in Southwest Michigan. Last year alone, 125 women had 670 procedures, totaling over $217,000 of free health care provided through the Tree of Love and the Borges Charity Care. Donors contribute as little as $8 to put a light on the tree, $80 provides a mammogram, or $150 provides a 3D scan. The Tree of Love is not about financial support, it's about saving human life. That would be someone who is a mother, a grandmother, a daughter, a sister, a cousin, a neighbor. So thank you all for saving and helping so many families. Now I'd like to invite Dr. Jennifer Frink, Medical Director of Ascension, Michigan, and an OBGYN to make some comments. Dr. Frink?
Okay. Thank you, Craig. An American woman's risk of developing breast cancer at some point in her life is about 13%. Another way of saying that is that 1 out of every 7 or maybe 8 women will develop breast cancer at some point in their lives. It is the most frequent cancer diagnosed in women in the U.S., with about 250,000 people diagnosed every single year, and 1/3 of them are diagnosed younger than the age of 55. Earlier detection leads to much better survival. Almost 99% of women that are diagnosed early end up surviving well past that initial 5-year mark. Because of that, we have almost 4 million breast cancer survivors in the U.S. right now. Mammograms are such an important part of that early detection process. Breast cancer screening recommendations vary based on a woman's risk factor, as well as some other considerations. Most women begin screening at the age of 40, and they have a mammogram every year or two. Even some men may need to have some breast cancer screening, and some women need to have more frequent screening, or they may need to start mammograms earlier in their life. Here at Ascension Borges, we take the overall health and preventative care of the community to heart. We know that moms, sisters, daughters, and the wives of our community are critical in keeping everyone else in their lives healthy and happy, which means that we need to make sure to prioritize their health as well. Borges can help do that with wellness care and important screening tools for other conditions. Our goal is to keep the women we serve healthy for many years to come. The Tree of Love program fits beautifully into our greater mission of providing care to the poor and vulnerable of our community. At Ascension Borges, we care for everyone, especially those that have the greatest needs. If you or someone you know is in need of screening and doesn't have insurance that adequately covers the cost of their mammogram, please call the number that you see on the screen to see if you or that woman qualifies for a free mammogram through the Tree of Love program.
Thank you so much, Dr. Frink. I would now like to recognize and thank Bill English for once again being the chair of the Tree of Love campaign this year. Bill, would you like to come up and say a few words, please?
Thanks, Greg. I'm Bill English, this year's chair of the Tree of Love Committee. I'd like to recognize and thank all the members of the Tree of Love Committee: Byron Foster, Natalie Valentine, Sister Mary Pung, Dr. Rachel Polinsky, Casey Alger, Julie Rule, Craig Shindemi. The event would not be what it is without these people's leadership and commitment. to women's health and saving lives. I personally want to thank all of the donors to the Tree of Love tonight, whether you contributed $8, $80, $800, or $8,000. Every gift is appreciated and valued. Please think of your support not in terms of money, but in human terms. Saving one mother's life, a wife, a sister, a daughter impacts so many lives. Thanks to everybody. To all those who supported the Tree of Love this year and are honoring, remembering, or recognizing a loved one, we thank you. Your support is making an impact in our community among women, families, and generations to come. At the end of this program, you'll see many names scroll by the screen. Those are the names that have been submitted by donors to remember, honor, or recognize their loved ones. I'd like to thank and recognize our Tree of Love sponsors for their generous contributions. Our presenting sponsors, Dr. Stephen Peck, Jim Gilmore Jr. Foundation, Richard and Thelma Hall Foundation, Pink Ribbon sponsors, Lillibridge Healthcare Services, Mary L. Tyler and Tyler Little Family Foundation, Bob and Kay's Auto Wash, and our table sponsors, Lake Michigan Credit Union, Tim Tyler, Seasons Gift Shop. Tree sponsors, Bill and Betsy English, Dr. and Mrs. Mark Krinnock. Thank you to all these sponsors and to all who supported the Tree of Love campaign this year for honoring and remembering and recognizing a loved one. Your support is changing lives. Thank you. Craig?
Thank you, Bill. Earlier this year, I received notification that a retired nurse and Tree of Love donor had passed away. Her name was Christina Nelson. Christina was thoughtful enough to leave the Tree of Love in her estate plans, and we're grateful to her for her many years of service and for her contribution. In recognition of Christina's gift to the Tree of Love, we are going to have a table in her honor in perpetuity and invite nurses to sit at that table in her memory. I would now like to welcome Ben Schaefer, Spiritual Care Manager at Ascension, Michigan, who will provide a blessing and reflection for our ceremony this evening. Ben?
Thanks, Craig. Good evening. The Sisters of St. Joseph, who founded this hospital over 130 years ago, thought of everyone who came through these doors as their dear neighbor, someone who deserved their respect and their compassion. And this tree here is one of our ways that we continue to live that out, even now. This tree says so much about the commitment of our donors and our associates who work here. Thank you to each and every one of you for your compassion, your care, and your love. This truly is a gift to those who cannot afford these life-saving mammograms. You will never fully know or understand the impact that you have made on people's lives and the lives of their families. And I invite you to pause with me for our blessing prayer. Holy One, we thank you for this tree of love. Thank you for all those who have donated to make this program possible. We ask that you would bless this work. May it be a gift to those who receive these mammograms and to their families. May it truly save lives and bless families. Bless this tree. May it remind us to think of everyone we meet as our dear neighbor. Amen.
Thank you, Ben. And now I'd like to invite everyone around the tree for our lighting ceremony. So let's light this beautiful tree. Thank you, everyone. If you would like to make a contribution to the Tree of Love, you can call the foundation office at 269-226-8100 or go online to treeoflove.borges.com. Please continue to watch as all of the contributors and names of those who were honored through the Tree of Love will be recognized on the screen. This concludes our 2021 Tree of Love ceremony. Thank you all for joining us this evening. Have a very merry and safe Christmas. Thank you.